Over the last couple of days, we've received quite a few comments on our posts that say that we don't have any evidence to say William Wallace ever even existed. That is nothing more than a myth. And while I'll agree that the status that's now placed upon William Wallace is mythical, I don't think anybody could disagree with that. He has been raised up to the status of Scotland's national patriot. It is an almost mythical position to be placed in. But did William Wallace exist? Well, yes, of course he did. We have documentation both from England and essentially from France that suggests that William Wallace existed. One of those documents is the Lanarcross Chronicles that references William Wallace at Stirling Bridge. It references him skinning Hugh de Crettingham alive. Whether this happened or whether this is just an exaggeration to make Wallace out to appear more barbaric than he actually was is debatable and entirely up to you to decide. But we also have the Lubeck letter, which is written essentially by William Wallace or at his request. It bears his seal. And while we may be able to debate whether or not he was essentially a High Guardian of Scotland or a knight, what from this document, it proclaims that he is, and he is speaking on behalf of Scotland. Personally, I believe that the document is 100% genuine. There's enough evidence to suggest that he was made Guardian of Scotland and he was acting on its behalf. We have another letter, the Safe Conduct letter, which is a lot more intriguing. It's written by the King of France, and it's essentially an introduction for William Wallace to meet with the Pope. And in that letter, it basically highlights William Wallace is a Knight of Scotland. And it quite clearly states that. Please give William Wallace, our friend, the Scottish Knight, all assistance in his endeavour to meet the Pope. It was essentially a letter that Wallace is to hand to the King of France's agents within the Pope's circle. So why would the King of France make up such a ludicrous claim if it wasn't genuine? So we have enough evidence that says William Wallace existed. What kind of man he really was? Well, that's entirely up to the individual to decide. Some see him as a terrorist, some see him as a hero. But in my particular eyes, William Wallace was a creation of aggression from a southern neighbour. Would William Wallace have been known today had Edward I come north with an army? Who knows? But simply put, William Wallace was real, and he's Scotland's national hero. And it might sound a bit arrogant, but you can either accept that or you can't. But it's history. You can't change it.